The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
Hey, good morning to you. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO FM in Jesup. Butch Hubbard here with you along with Bob Morgan here on this Friday morning. Friday morning is the 22nd day of March. World famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Murphy Builder Supply on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup, also in downtown Jesup, the Women's Health Center on Chariot Broad, and by the Wolf Animal Hospital. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
You ready for just a gorgeous first day of spring weekend?
I'm ready for this baseball
First
game
weekend of spring is going to be gorgeous. You looking forward to what this weekend?
I'm looking forward to this baseball game tonight.
Yeah.
A big crowd out there for Wayne County Statesboro. So, important game in the series, tied 1-1. So, hopefully a big crowd come out and support the Yellow Jackets. Home field advantage will be crucial. So, need to get this win.
Yeah, because next week we play Ware County 3 times, and two of them's going to be on the road.
Right.
So this series, 2 of them are here. And so hopefully the Wayne County varsity baseball team get those bats a-swinging, get some singles and doubles and home runs and score some runs and win the game.
All right. Need a win. Come on out. Enjoy the good food at the concession stand. Come hungry again. They got some great food, and they do a great job. Hats off to the Home Run Club. Again, it's amazing how these organizations help support these teams.
Oh, yeah.
But, without them, they're being bad shape. But, again, the Home Run Club just goes above and beyond. I mean, those people get out there several hours before the game, get the grill going, hamburgers, hot dogs, popcorn. They just do a tremendous job.
Already.
So,
if
you're going to come hungry, I strongly suggest the sausage dogs. Like I said, the pretzels is my favorite. They've got 2 different flavors of those nice soft pretzels. So they just got a lot of great food. So come have a great time. But it's an important game. Got to have this game. If you want to win the region, you got to stay on top of these region opponents. So still got Ware next week, and in South Effingham and New Hampstead to come. But this first series is important. So got to get it today.
Get her done. So Howard Bo Warren Field, first pitch 6 o'clock. Wayne County Statesboro. Get out there and support the Jackets.
Tough loss for Arthur Williams yesterday. 1 extra inning is lost 7-6 to Ware. So Ware and Appleton play for the championship in middle school baseball. JV won yesterday over Ware County, so that was good. So a lot of sports going on. Did not again get the tennis results. I hate that. I know that Raymond Brown's son won because he told me his son won at the farmers market. So I know his son won, but I haven't got the results of how the team did. So hate that. So, but anyway.
So you enjoyed that Rotary Club Low Country Bowl last night out there at the farmers market?
Yeah, it was delicious.
Delicious.
I said I love Low Country Bowl. So I did get the golf results here from Bubba Walker. Now they played McIntosh at Sapelo Hammock, and let's see what Micah Feltman shot a 42, Hunter Wilson shot a 44, everyone else in the 50s, girls won. Reagan Reddy shot a 49. Marissa Mamba had her first birdie in her career, so congratulations to her. So, again, the golf team in action against McIntosh. So, appreciate those results. But, again, a lot of spring sports going on. Just want to keep everybody up to date. But I know the tennis team was in action yesterday, but all I know is Raymond Brown's son won. That's all
you know, huh?
He was happy at the farmer's market.
All right. And then, of course, you had some results there from the track team. Several of the
middle school track held this week over. So, again, congrats to both Arthur Williams and Martha Puckett for a good showing. So, but Waycross Middle School won that event. So, 9 teams involved in middle school track.
Wow.
All middle schools.
That is. But it's good to see these young folks out there continuing to get out there and play the sports. As time goes by, you wonder about that because some of them spend their faces glued to some electronic device. And if you take it away from them, they have basically withdrawal. So it's good to see that the kids are out there playing the sports, getting involved in the other extracurricular activities from band to the beta club, drama club, all the clubs that are there at the school. And And it's just good to be involved in those extracurricular activities if you can, if you're a student at the middle school or high school.
A lot going on, so.
Very important. Yeah, very important to do that as a student as you get ready to either go to college or start your career or whatever you may be doing. And so I've always encouraged students to do that, get involved in other things other than just the classes.
A big day at the high school to get the middle school and the high school students over there. But they brought in motivational speaker Reggie Dobbs to talk to them due to the recent suicides that have taken place the last several months in Wayne County. So it should be a big day. We had one of the most famous inspirational speakers around the country. It goes all across the country, but thanks to the Ministerial Association, we had George Moxley and Justin Mitchell in here last week talking about today's event. So they got together, School Superintendent Jay Brinson, they invited him, and I said, and people paid for his expenses to be here. So that's taking place today at the high school, but they're bringing the middle school students over there for the assembly as well. So it should be a big event today at the high school.
All right. Well, if you're going to make a mistake, don't make a mistake with the governor of the state of Georgia, and I kind of did that on Tuesday. I told him on Tuesday, when at the end of the interview, I asked, what's the best directions to get through Atlanta, to get the northeast side of Atlanta, because I had a Georgia Association of Broadcasters board meeting in Atlanta. And when I was on the air, I was thinking it was Wednesday, the day after. Okay, I don't know why I was thinking that. I just thought that was it, and so that's what I told him. And that'll be going to it. Blah blah blah. Well, I get off the air. I go back to my office and start checking my calendar. No, the Georgia Association of Broadcasters board meeting was on yesterday, Thursday. Okay, I wasn't able to go to it, so we have a way of doing it either by computer or by phone that you can tie in with and basically participate in the meeting and hear all what's going on, set up through some sort of company that does that. So I can sit in my office and participate in the board meeting without actually having to physically be there, but I wanted to be there but just couldn't get up there. So I get off the air with the governor on Wednesday, great interview, and then of course he went down and did the ribbon cutting of that new industry up there in the Atlanta area that's creating 2,000 jobs. Well, I didn't know this, but when he got off the air, apparently, sometime that morning, told one of his staff members to call the Georgia Association of Broadcasters office and tell them that he'd like to attend the board meeting and just thank the broadcasters for what they do on Wednesday. Well, when the aide called over to the office, they said, well, no, our board meeting is not Wednesday, it's Thursday. And the aide said, okay, well, we thought it was Wednesday. If you can make it on Thursday, fine, that's good. If not, then we'll maybe do another time. So I called into the GAB board meeting yesterday, getting ready to set it up. We started at 12:30. And then our president, CEO, we hired the guy to run the office up there and run the association. Started talking about, well, we're going to have a special guest on our board meeting. The governor's office called over and said the governor wanted to attend our board meeting, and thought it was Wednesday, and we told them no, it was Thursday, and they said okay, and they had no idea how the governor knew about it. Okay, no idea how the governor knew about a board meeting for the GAB, and I had to pipe in. I said, well, Bob, here's the situation, and I just told him what I just told you. And Bob Houghton said, well, there you go, the infamous Butch and Bob Show. And what he was talking about, the fact is, he wants to be on the show. I got to get Bob on one day. He's our president and CEO of Georgia Association of Broadcasters, but he's heavily involved in the sports end of the broadcasting. Actually, he teaches sports broadcasting at the University of Georgia. He's run radio stations up in the Atlanta area that specialized in sports, and he's very big in that. So he wants to get on there one day. I might try to line him up for get his thoughts on the tournament here. But they were wondering how the GAB knew about that. But I've talked to Bob about the Butch and Bob Show and some of the guests we have on there, and a lot of the broadcasters just amazed at the things that we're able to do with the Butch and Bob Show of getting the governor and the senators and all these other high-profile guests.
So you gave him the wrong date.
Wrong date.
He was kind of tied up yesterday with Vice President
Yeah,
Pence.
yeah. He couldn't get there yesterday. He could have took Pence with him, but I don't think that worked. But he was going to attend. I mean, just by being on the show and hearing about it, he was going to take time out and go to the GAB board meeting on Wednesday because I told him it was Wednesday. But I went back and looked at my calendar. Now, if I'd have had any inkling that he was going to attend the board meeting, I'd have called the office back. I'd called Senator Tillery back up and tell him, please tell him it's Thursday, not Wednesday. But I had no idea he was going to do that. Boy, would that have been a big surprise for the broadcasters who did show up to have the governor there. And if I knew that, I would have definitely been there because, you don't want to tell the governor about something, not show up to the event that you're promoting. But it's not like I invited him to the meeting. I just told him about it. Actually, I told him about it because I was just kind of kidding around with him about asking directions on how to get through Atlanta. The rest of the broadcasters were kind of amazed that I was kidding around and teasing around with the governor. Most of them were, very serious about the reporting and all that kind of stuff. And, we do that here on the Butch and Bob Show, but we also like to get to the little lighter side of when we're talking to our guests.
It's heating up in Atlanta. Legislative session's winding down. Be interested to hear from our representatives next week on the final days of the session. And then, of course, the chamber will set up that post-legislative luncheon. Have to check with Dina and check the date on that. But that's always a big event as well. After the session's over, chamber sponsors that event where they come and they discuss the session, get their thoughts on how it went, the highlights, and what was passed, what wasn't passed, things like that. That's always a big event here in Wayne County. So looking forward to that.
Somebody we have, you can always text in questions and comments to us here during the world famous Butch and Bob Show or any other time at our main business line, 912-427-3711, 427-3711. We just got a couple of texts here that popped up on the computer screen. It said, did Bob say only one extra inning in the Arthur Williams Middle School baseball game?
No,
I couldn't understand.
I said extra innings.
Extra innings, okay.
Yeah, I said they lost in extra innings. They won 11 innings. They lost 7-6.
Okay, they won in 11
They lost.
innings.
They lost.
They lost in 11 innings. Okay, right. So person just didn't understand correctly.
They don't listen.
Well, sometimes your mind's wandering around, Bob. I mean, I know you're sure your mind's not focused on everything at one time, and sometimes their mind wander, or they didn't hear it correctly, or somebody behind them spoke and they didn't hear it, whatever. And it's not like they're sitting there with the ear up there, saying, "All right, what's going on?"
That's extra innings.
Okay, they didn't hear you. So, Bob, another one that just came in. Bob, what's going on with the river landing? Do you think there's just a lot of politics involved? Why is it just moved? Why is there just a lot of politics involved? And why is it such a big deal? Summer's coming up. Why don't they go ahead? Basically, why don't they go ahead and choose someone to run the bait shop and look over the river landing down there? Do you know why?
The text of the best politics.
Politics? You only got two people that apparently they've chosen that down to the finalists to run the bait shop, right?
It's been put on hold. They're not even discussing it right now.
Oh, they're not even discussing it right now.
They've thrown it to the side. So,
how could politics be involved in reopening the bait shop and having someone overlook the landing down there?
I'll tell you off the air.
Okay. Okay. All right. Tell you what.
It's sad that the decision has not been made because, like I said, there's people who need a bait shop down there. But
yeah.
I said, all I know is what took place at the two meetings. The first meeting was that they had a committee and they had several bids, and they narrowed it down to two bids. One was local, one was out of town. One was here in Jesup, one was people from Long County. And the second meeting they came and they talked about, they wanted some kind of assurance that they were going to build a building, temporary building, whatever. And then one was there and said they'd be glad to do that. And they said they had to give the other people the opportunity as well. And if they did that, then they'd have to make a decision. But in the meantime, it became a political back and forth. And right now it's been put to the side and it's not even being discussed. So whether they discuss it at the retreat or their next meeting, time will tell. But
any recommendations about the county administrator? I mean, wouldn't he decide and then present it to the board?
The county administrator is the one that's kind of pushed it to the side.
Oh, okay.
I said they need to find out how much cost is going to be involved in the entire project. So,
that's
been put on hold.
So it's about the money, right? The cost.
It's always about the money.
It's always about the money.
But there's more to it than that.
All right. There's more to it than just the money, but that's not something we can talk about on the air. All right. Oh, boy. Here,
but it's politics.
yeah, okay. You can always listen to the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, of course, right here on 105.5 FM, on our website at BigDogCountry.com, and on your smartphone with our free app. Just go to your favorite app store, type in Big Dog, WIFO, follow the instructions, and the Big Dog logo, the little dog face will come up there on your phone, and you can click on it to hear. Well, you can hear the morning show 7 to 9. You can listen to Wayne County baseball, football, softball, other special local programming. And when we don't have all that going on, we stream our AM station, Fox Sports Radio 1370 AM The Buzz, WLOP, down our app. And one of the situations we have with that app, and for some reason, and here's the question right here, we know this, can Jonathan tell how to find the Big Dog app in the Apple Store? Jonathan, are you still working on that? Yeah, he's still trying to work on that to get it through the Apple Store. You can get it on the Android system and all that kind of stuff, but we have not been able to somehow get it on Apple, but we are trying to get it on the Apple products. Jonathan's not a big fan of Apple, okay? No, he's not a big fan of Apple at all. You don't any Apple products or anything of that sort. So hopefully he can get it on there, because that's a lot of phones out there that folks cannot get streamed. But you can always pick it up on BigDogCountry.com if you're out of the area and you can't get it on 105.5. And the person said, I've tried to locate it. Sorry about that. We're still working on that. If you're out of the area, just go to, type in BigDogCountry.com and click on B&B Show Live, and you can hear it there. There you go. So you can still listen to us in Anchorage, Alaska if you want to. You don't have to have an app. You can do it on BigDogCountry.com. And we'd like to welcome all of our Alaskan listeners this morning. I know I have at least one in Seattle, Washington. Hello. I know I have one at least in Seattle, Washington. She tries to view in every morning, even though it's 3 hours behind us. And every single morning, it's a family member. It's a family member that lives out there. They had record snowfall this year, over 70 inches. It's more snow they've had in over half a century out there in Seattle. And you always heard those rumors about Seattle's kind of a rainy, drizzly. It's a light rain, kind of overcast. It's that way. If it's a sunny day out there, they all go nuts. It's like, oh, guys, look at the sun, and they get out there and they do outdoor activities and so forth. But Lisa said, well, you just kind of learn out there that you've got to have, a light all-weather coat to put over you, a heavy all-weather coat. You learn to live in an area where, a lot of the time it's overcast or light drizzle. And hopefully one day I can visit them out there and see what Seattle's all about. But they said if I'm going to visit during the summer. I guess the summer out there is kind of like summers in London, in England. It's always kind of overcast there. 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. Your bracket looking pretty good, Bob, for the NCAA basketball tournament?
Yeah, 13 out of 16 yesterday. Not too bad. Syracuse hurt me, though. I had them win a couple ball games, so they got knocked off by Baylor. They didn't play well down the stretch. I think they went for like 4 minutes without it scoring a point last night, so it's fun to watch the games. Like I said, DirecTV's got them on CBS, CBS, TBS, True TV, and TNT. And there's 4 different channels.
Oh, yeah.
All the games are televised, so it's fun to watch. Flip the channels. So. But 13-3 out of 16, that's not too bad. I'm in good shape after day one.
Somebody just texted in why there's been a delay in the decision-making on the bait shop and someone overlooking the landing down there. I'm going to let you...
I already told you. Politics.
I know, but they put specific reason right there.
I can't read it.
Get up a little closer there, Bob. It's the light blue ones right there. Let's see if that's it. It's the top 2. I didn't know that fact. Did you know that fact? Okay, we don't know if that's true or not, but
that doesn't
that's not
right.
the reasons you know. Okay.
That's not.
All right. Okay. All right.
It's kind of like Facebook. Can't believe everything to read on Facebook.
I didn't know two board members. I didn't know that.
I don't know
if they are, but who?
No, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't.
I don't know if that's it or not.
I don't think that's correct information.
Okay. All right, 23 minutes, almost 24 minutes after 8 o'clock. So you're going to watch a lot of basketball this weekend, Bob?
Yeah. I said going down tomorrow to watch the games in Jacksonville.
Oh, you are?
Ticket for that, yeah. Jacksonville.
Who will you see down there?
Kentucky's playing tomorrow, so they're going to play Wofford. So there's another game. It'll be determined whoever wins today. So 2 games tomorrow down in Jacksonville. So looking forward to that. I talked to some people. I know Speck went yesterday. Watched it. It's a Thursday, Saturday venue down in Jacksonville. So they had games yesterday, and then they got games on Saturday. But Jacksonville Coliseum. So saw a story last night on, I think, TOC. He was down there interviewing people. And it was funny. They had diehard Kentucky fans, but they kept asking who's going to win, and most people saying the same thing. I said, Duke's going to win. They had diehard Kentucky fans. And the same reason everybody says they got Zion. As long as they got Zion playing and healthy, everybody thinks Duke will win. And he's just a phenomenal athlete. So, like I said on my sportscast yesterday, got the best coach in Krzyzewski, best player. That's normally a good combination to win. So I've got Duke, but most people, like I said, I probably jinxed him. Like I said,
you probably did, Bob.
Kiss of death. So
take someone else.
When Duke doesn't win, Krzyzewski can know why. Yeah.
Why'd you pick me, Bob?
Big dog.
Told you not to.
That's right. Jinxed. So if Duke doesn't win, we all know why.
All right.
But right now, I've got them winning it against North Carolina. So I got an all ACC final. So, but it's fun to watch. Good March Madness. See a lot of good athletes. Buzzer. Hasn't seen any buzzer beaters yet. So most of the games were pretty much they win as expected. I did get the 12-over-5 Murray State beat up on Marquette. So it's always, for some reason, that always seems to be looking at your bracket, there's going to be a 12 seed knock off a 5 seed. It's happened for the last 10 years. So you got to pick the right one. So I got lucky and picked Murray State over Marquette, and that's what happened yesterday. Amazing. 12 beat the 5. So
okay.
But looking forward to the event. Like I said, it'll be down to the Sweet 16 this weekend, and the following weekend they get it down to the Final Four. Right. So April 8th they have the championship game. But it's just fun to watch. Fun event. A lot of excitement, especially out in Vegas. A lot of gambling going on in Vegas.
I'm sure there is.
They said that's the place to be if you want to be. The opening day of NCAA March Madness, they say it's chaos out there.
And when you're out there, I understand that you can bet on just about anything. I mean, just how many 3 points, who's going to score first, who's going to get the tip-off. I mean, any and everything that you can think about during the basketball game, you can practically bet on.
I say Clay Travis, he's on our morning show. He's on that afternoon show on TV. It's all about gambling on sports, So he's always talking about, he's a big gambler. So he's always talking about who's you pick, who not to take. He's always got people on there giving advice. So.
Yeah. And if you want to keep up with the latest information on the NCAA basketball tournament, you can listen to our Fox Sports radio station, all sports talk all the time, Fox Sports Radio, 1370 AM dial, WLOP The Buzz, Wayne County's heritage radio station. Do you know this July, it'll be 70 years ago that WLOP 1370 AM went on there. Actually, then when Glenn Thomas Jr. opened it, started the station, it was WBGR, but it changed to WLOP in 1965, and this will be the 70th year. We just celebrated the 50th year of WIFO FM 105.5. You're listening to right now, folks. It's been on the air 50 years, and WLOP this July will be 70 years, Bob. Jesup was so much different back in 1949. Rainier wasn't here. You just had, this was out in the country back then. I mean, when Glenn Thomas Jr. opened the station up and started it back in 1940, this was out in the country, okay? You didn't, I mean, the city kind of ended near where the hospital is there, because the hospital wasn't there then, it was downtown. But it was basically a rural farming community. And then when Rainier came in the early 50s, changed Wayne County tremendously. So keeping up with the basketball tournament, tune in to AM 1370 The Buzz. because you got Clay Travis on right now. Dan Patrick will be on from 9 to 12. Jim Rohn from 12 to 3. Rich Eisen from 3 to 5. Then they get away from basketball a little bit from 5 to 7. Chuck Oliver will be on talking college football. He talks college football all year long, and then back to basketball coverage and talk starting at 7.
Speaking of college football, all the spring games will be kicking off pretty soon. Georgia's G-Day game's coming up in April, so a lot of people looking forward to that. So football season will be here before you know it.
Well, Bob, wishing you a great weekend. Have fun and a safe trip down there to Jacksonville, Washington, and Kentucky playing the other teams, okay? All right. WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by the Wolf Animal Hospital on West Cherry Street, by Mike Bridgeford in Blackshear, by the Women's Health Center in downtown Jesup, and Murphy Builder Supply Northeast Broad Street in Jesup.
The world famous Butch and Bob Show.